actress, meat shop owner, or even a rocket scientist.
Meat
But
shop.
today's story is arguably one of the most famous and
Uh,
sadly infamous
bro.
child star story arcs of
She
all
glued
time.
down.
Amanda Bynes didn't just debut on Nickelodeon. She became the queen of it, showing executives and audiences alike just how hard a child could work to bring an entire network to life.
But there's
Amanda
it
Bynes
up.
and
Damn.
Nickelodeon would become synonymous with each other, but so would Amanda Bynes and Dan Schneider. Together, Amanda and Dan would catapult her career into the limelight faster than any child star who came before her. But it would cost a young Amanda Bynes her entire life.
Or
So
Amanda.
get the tissue box and grab a snack, because today I'm
What was the one where she posed as a boy soccer player? Movie. That was a good movie. Look, baby.
detailing the iconic rise of a 90s
I like
icon,
Amanda Bynes, bro. She's a good
and just how
actress.
she filled Marilyn Monroe's shoes and became Hollywood's ultimate.
She's the man.
Anyway,
Yeah.
before I get too
Well,
far
that
into this,
movie.
hello, my name is Jake. Welcome to Secret
Such a
Society.
good movie.
You may know me from my other channel, Deep Dive. This is the first episode of a 3-part series about Amanda Bynes. Like I said, this part is about her childhood rise to fame, but the second part will be about the complete transformation and destruction of Amanda Bynes. And in the finale, I'll dive into just how Amanda Bynes' current day became completely unrecognizable. So be sure to click that subscribe button and the bell notification to know when part 2 of this series comes out. If you're watching this over a week later, then it's definitely
Get it hit after hit. When it came to movies, no, she really was on a generational run. Honestly, I know she like worked for Disney, childest actress. Where Dan Snyder's obviously she was abused and went through a lot, but I don't really know her story.
already out on this channel, so be sure to check out part 2 in the description of this video. Anyway, to start this story off right, we have to go back to the 1990s. On Sunset Boulevard, there's a comedy club called
1990s.
The Laugh Factory that is comprised of the most iconic Hollywood stories ever.
I've been there,
Jim Carrey
chat.
to Dave Chappelle, The Laugh Factory is where most comedians get their start before their big breakthrough roles. I actually used to live behind The Laugh Factory, and every single day there would be new stars on the sign. It would be huge stars too, like Dave Chappelle, Tiffany Haddish. They still go there all the time.
I know
This is
too
that
much.
legendary. It really made
I love videos like this. I love lore. I love that you know that. I love that we all can appreciate that, understand that. And I love nostalgia. I really do, and I love to look back on things, even if I'm not necessarily involved, and just
stars back then, because it was the comedy clubs where all the writers and executives went to go drink after working on Sunset Boulevard. So a lot of people were discovered there. In the mid-90s, during its golden era, the Laugh Factory was conducting a promising comedy
chicken
camp
and
for young
rice
kids,
chat.
all wanting to get their start in the industry. Enter 10-year-old Amanda Bynes. Fresh off several acting camps, Amanda had a tenacity for entertainment.
People's
Coming from a
lore,
middle-class
it adds
family
to
of
my lore.
artists, Amanda knew her mark on the world was bigger than
I take the biggest pieces of their lore and make it mine. Hey, love you, Silver, bro. Happy fucking birthday, dog. Enjoy your ramen. And rice, I think the Guru song.
anyone could ever imagine.
So deep.
She'd been putting in the work to become a star since she was
Maybe at the end of the year I'll give a life lore drop. I need to write a book or something, like a memoir. Or like a Wattpad.
7 years old. And all Amanda liked to do was perform. It was her comfort zone.
My parents are always bugging me to slow down. Take it easy. Take a breather. Hang loose. Chill out. Take a break. Heck, why would I want to take a break at home? That's what I go to school for.
The tattoo tour. I actually have a tattoo tour on my YouTube channel.
Performing regularly at the Laugh Factory.
Speak I
and
right.
She was a breakout star. Words
You're gonna add things into it. Seems like then he went on stage accompanied by Liv, and then Liv actually pushed him aside. So, you're gonna add shit to it.
spread quickly that everyone needed to come and see this 10-year-old knock the socks off of every other performer at the Laugh Factory. Keep in mind, this was and still is one of the most legendary comedy clubs, if not the most legendary comedy club of all time. And a preteen Amanda Bynes was dominating. One night in between scenes for his hit shows, All That and Kenan and Kel, a new television producer by the name of Dan Schneider from Nickelodeon stumbled into the Laugh Factory to see the children's stand-up routines. When it was Amanda's turn, she blew away everyone's expectations for what they thought a 10-year-old comedian was. No one could believe that such a young child was able to spout off jokes and make them land better than most adult comedians. She wasn't just a comedian, she was a comic. At the time, the Nickelodeon network had recently hired Dan Schneider to head their
An
live
early
action
doctor's appointment. Damn. Bye. Love you.
children's television
We'll miss
division. He
you.
would produce most of the shows we know and love today, and All That was one of his first successes. In 1996, the show was looking for new talent to cast and bring into the next generation of Nickelodeon stars. Dan Schneider convinced Amanda
Chat.
Bynes to audition, and she was a complete
Let me
shoo-in
know
for
if
the role.
stream
Well, my dad
lags,
saw,
by the way.
an article that, you know, kids could do a comedy
What up, Laker? Stream lag.
camp at the Laugh Factory.
Right.
So it was like for 6 weeks or something, you know, like Arsenio Hall came on and he would like critique your act.
Right.
And Richard Pryor came on.
Wow.
So that was really cool. He was so neat. It was so cool. I was like, wow, it was so neat to meet him, you know. And then a few other people came on.
Right?
Yes.
What? You'll never have to drink coffee. You know that.
Yeah, I don't.
I know.
I drink enough Coca-Cola. I
No,
love it.
really?
Yeah.
You've got that
They
caffeine
made
kind
like
of
a
feel.
little, exactly. They made a rule for me that I can't have Coke after 3 o'clock, you know, like the cast members.
I can see why.
Damn, bro. I wish I was that full of life at any age.
But
Roger,
you're
Roger.
adorable.
Thank you.
You're adorable. Now,
That Coke Zero.
Now, in past seasons of All That, when they would introduce a new character, audiences would take some
When I
time
was
to warm
younger.
up to them. They'd introduce them as a side character in a new sketch,
Your
or in
autismo.
the background as a scene stealer. But when Amanda debuted with her solo sketch, Ask Ashley, it was an instant classic, completely changing the show from the ground up.
Hi, I'm Ashley, and I'm here to answer your letters. Our first
My friends hit me. You're a switch when it comes to your personality.
letter comes from
Stream like this.
Tracy Sullivan of Yakima, Washington.
What are you wearing?
Tracy writes, Dear Ashley, that's me. Dear Ashley, my mom always makes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with the peanut butter on the top and the jelly on the bottom. But I prefer the jelly on the top and the peanut butter on the bottom. What should I do? Well, Tracy, here's a little advice. Turn the stinking sandwich over! Peanut butter's on the top and the jelly's on the... Just turn the stinking sandwich over! Man!
I have my moments of being just quiet. Yeah, nonverbal, freaky. A trash bag. She was so talented, bro, even for a kid. But blessed.
Our next letter comes from...
She was instantly Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon's favorite. Most of the All That cast would have to build up to starring in their own sketch, oftentimes rotating starring roles. But Amanda was immediately thrown multiple main sketches per episode. This was because she had so many voices and characters. It made her the go-to actress when they didn't know how to make a sketch funny.
Asked me to meet her at the
She's a
Galleria
goat.
lunch on Saturday.
She really was the goat of the show she carried.
You are like so lucky. Yeah, false. I waited for like 2 hours by Taco Mucho, and this dude like fully bailed on me.
Open your mouth.
Hello?
Amanda?
Hey guys.
Amanda, we've been looking all over for you.
That's crazy.
Welcome to the future, officer. Kids are equals, if you haven't heard.
And by the next season, season 4, Amanda was often named
Multifaceted. The
up to
mom.
3 main characters per episode, and in almost every single sketch, far more than
What
her
a
All
goat.
That counterparts. Amanda was given special treatment by Nickelodeon. For the next 3 years, Nickelodeon forged one of their first star vehicles and built Amanda Bynes up as the next big thing. Mostly because they had huge plans for her.
All that
As
was
of her
so
first
lit.
season on
I loved watching
it
all
was
that.
already clear. Amanda Bynes was a breakout star. In the show All That, while all the child actors were funny, it was holding Amanda's star.
The crazy thing about all that is, I just realized that all that was a show that was before Amanda Bynes and went on after Amanda Bynes. It had other characters, other people doing skits that she wasn't in. I honestly, in my head, I feel like it was Amanda Bynes' show and she was the main character, and there were other characters circulating in and out and like little side stories, but she was the main character. But at the end of the day, she was just an actress who pulled up and like took over. A podcast. I love a good podcast, bro. Yeah, and then they had the Amanda show on it, 100%. So like, growing up, I just thought it was her show, and there was like other people on it, but not in the end of the day. I mean, it technically wasn't her show technically, but
power back, having to rotate
but
with the
was.
rest of the cast. And the show was still good. They didn't want to cancel it yet, but Amanda was such a big star, they were kind of losing out not having her on screen at all times. Thus, during the 4th season of All That and Amanda's 2nd season filming the show, Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon dreamed up a spin-off that would completely eclipse the entirety of All That, and it would be called The Amanda Show.
How old are you?
I'm 12, turning 13, April 3rd. Yay!
Yay!
Teenager!
What up,
I
Sammy?
drew you a picture.
You drew this?
Yeah.
Wow.
Uh-oh, the tape thingy's not.
Oh, the thing. Well, this is not holding up, but this is great. You actually drew this yourself?
Yeah, I got a picture off the internet. There's a lot of stuff about you on there, you know.
There is?
What up, Sammy? I love so
I
much.
want to be in like a fashion
Watch us all the time.
designer. I love
Aw.
to draw like girls. I don't really draw guys, so you know I did something special for you.
Wow.
It's hard, you know.
Oh, wow. And over.
And then I
Wow.
drew this
Oh,
Sally Field,
That's Sally Field. Wow. So these
and
are.
I have like a few more.
Is this what you want to pursue? You want to actually design clothes?
Yeah, well, I think so. That'd be cool.
So,
you know,
Jane, I'm
like a man
jelly.
underwear Or something. Yeah, that's my middle name.
That would.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be.
Aw.
Or ABCA. You know, Donna Karen, New York, Amanda Bynes, California. That'd be cool.
Wow.
Aw.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm not.
Now
Pretty sad.
No, it's not. It's great to have a dream.
It's crazy that like that we were so full of life and dreams and passion when we were younger, chat.
Oh, we're so
Oh,
lucky.
hello.
I thank God every minute.
My dad,
Yeah.
you're sweet, man.
1999 would be a huge year for Amanda Bynes. Nickelodeon would start filming test material for the Amanda Show pilot while she was simultaneously still filming season 6 of All That, which was all set to premiere the next year in
Trusting
2000.
kid.
In October of 1999, Nickelodeon finally aired the
Aspirations.
pilot episode of The Amanda Show.
Ever will be. Chat, I remember a quote. It was like, you grow up thinking you're going to change the world, but you learn the world changes you.
Hey, it's Amanda! Yes!
Oh, hell.
Now, it's important to
For
note that
real.
it wasn't clear to viewers whether Amanda would be leaving All That. When The Amanda Show aired, Amanda was still very much part of the ensemble cast of All That. But because she was filming the pilot for The Amanda Show during season 6, she isn't in as many All That sketches.
I'm gonna turn this ordinary grapefruit into my favorite musical guest in sync. America Sync!
Wait. Why do we smell like grapefruit?
I'm Amanda.
You mean Amanda, the world's greatest magician?
That's right. I use my magic powers to bring you
Mic
guys here
drop.
to sing a song.
You should tweet that quote.
We can do that.
Okay. And I'm Amanda
Now, there was never a formal farewell to Amanda from the All That cast. Instead, The Amanda Show was focused on
Damn.
marketing itself as even more Amanda, not less like she was leaving a show, because this time it was all her. Now, this was most likely done in part by Nickelodeon to minimize any feeling of loss from the All That audience. Nonetheless, when
Damn.
audiences saw Amanda anchoring her own show
Posted on
with
Birdie.
actors like Drake Bell and even
That's some shit some of them would post.
Peter Josh Peck, it was the biggest live-action hit Nickelodeon had ever seen. News organizations began reporting Amanda Bynes as a breakout star, and the program as a genre-defying kids show that's funny for the entire family. And it was true, from the dancing
I mean, honestly,
monsters,
yeah.
to hillbillies to the fake
I mean, the whole family could watch this.
reality shows.
Look at me.
Super fan-
Look at me. The whole family can watch this. But no, it was like, I would say one of the few children's shows that kind of like adults or older, people could watch and kids could watch too. And it's like super rare nowadays. I feel like there's such like a big gap between shows. Like some are just kid shows, some are just
fans, The Amanda Show was new, funny, exciting, and most importantly, source material. It wasn't copying anything but older counterparts like SNL and Keenan and Kel. Shows to this day follow the rubric of The Amanda Show, and it changed everything. Behind the scenes, Amanda was living a surreal life as a kid.
Watch The Amanda
juggling
Show.
regular school with TV stardom. She still hung out with kid co-stars and goofed off on the set like a normal 12-year-old. Drake is quoted as saying, quote, "Growing up with her, she's so incredibly talented." And they were both learning that life as young teenage stars came with extra drama, both on screen
Drake got to grow up, new Amanda Cosgrove, new Amanda Bynes.
and off. Now, The Amanda Show was a major event every single week.
My cousin, they're confused as fuck. What was that caught? I mean, Amanda, I don't know if I remember that one, honestly.
Every Saturday night, Amanda greeted the audience with "Amanda Please" and unleashed a wild lineup of characters that became instantly iconic. Imagine being barely in 8th grade and carrying an entire show on your back for Nickelodeon, all while critics are praising your series, calling it goofy, irreverent humor, as it quickly becomes must-watch TV for young millennials. The show was even critically acclaimed, racking up multiple Kids' Choice Awards during its 3-season run.
Amanda Bynes! Thank you! Oh my gosh, I'm so excited! Okay, I want to say thank you to Nickelodeon, Brian Robbins, Dan Schneider, Mike Tolan, and Mike Goldman. I love you guys. And I want to say thank you to my fans.
I think a lot of it has to do with some of you guys listening is like, you see the last season aired in 2003. So like, I was born in 98. So like, obviously I was still like a fucking little fetus basically. 3 or 4 years old when the show was coming out. And so by the time I can remember it, you know, being 6, 7, or 8, it was reruns and had been on for a while. And, you know, so you guys are younger than me. You're definitely gonna remember even less of it, unless someone in your family was really into watching it.
Family, my parents, my mom, my dad, my sister, Jillian, and Tommy. And I love you guys. Thank you guys to the fans. Thank you for voting. I love you guys.
Which obviously Nickelodeon gave out themselves. Now, Amanda was a force to be reckoned with across Nickelodeon, creating multiple iconic characters that are still referenced to this day. As Penelope Taint, Amanda wore nerdy glasses to portray her, quote, #1 fan, an obsessed superfan who popped up in between skits, scheming to, quote, meet Amanda Please at every turn.
Hey, get back in line!
Sir, apparently you don't realize who I am, please. My name is Penelope Taint. I just happen to be Amanda's #1 fan, please.
The Penelope one. Okay, I remember this one, Denkata. I remember her. And then Penelope one.
He's her #1 fan.
Oh yeah? Does everybody have Amanda's face tattooed on their abdomen? Huh? Where are they rehearsing? In that closet. I better get in there. Thanks. Hey, I don't see anything. That should hold her, please.
Penelope's desperate cry of Amanda Please became part of pop culture.
That's crazy.
It inspired the very real AmandaPlease.com website Nickelodeon ran for fans. Another fan favorite was The Girls' Room.
That's
Amanda played
crazy.
a popular girl hosting a talk show from a school bathroom.
A couple of them.
Eggs! Debbie got you a dozen eggs for your birthday? One's missing.
I couldn't help myself. He's so cute.
Now that one is Cheryl, bro. That's the Cheryl one out of all of you guys. It was so good.
He?
Oh, wait. She.
She even had a
The
mini
man.
spin-off show called Moody's Point, an exaggerated drama that spoofed popular soap operas at the time, and even surprisingly laid the groundwork for the characterization of Cat Valentine on Victorious.
What's that supposed to mean? My name's Cat. Like the animal. What's that supposed to mean?
Amanda's delivery on The Amanda Show became a
Real.
blueprint for the quirky girl archetype in Dan Schneider's sitcoms.
You brought me a gift.
Well, I heard you're very crafty, so I made you a necklace and a bracelet.
You did?
Yes?
Oh, Amanda, that's beautiful. Will you look at that? Did you do that yourself?
Yes, I did.
I'm very impressed.
Thank you very much.
I gotta tell you, I watch your show, and you're really, really funny.
Thank you very much.
I can't believe at 14 you have your own show.
That's
Thank you. It's
crazy.
so much fun.
My birth year.
I just love doing it, and I hope I can do it forever.
How to school now, or
Yes.
you do?
Well, since we're wrapping up the 2nd season, I'm going back to school for like 2 months, and I have all my friends, because I've been there since 7th grade.
Yeah.
So, but then in March, I'm going to be doing my first movie, so.
Really? What
Yeah,
movie is this?
It's with Frankie Muniz, Malcolm in the Middle.
Malcolm in the Middle?
And it's called Lost and Found at the moment, but since there was a David Spade movie, they think they might change it.
Right.
But I'm just so excited. Dan Schneider, who actually created The Amanda Show, wrote the script.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Amanda.
Thank
You know,
you.
the show's on
Damn.
Nickelodeon on Saturday nights, and if you have a kid, I know that they watch it.
As the 90s came to a close, the 2000s would prove to be even more prosperous for Amanda Bynes. And the entire
She really
Amanda
was
Show
so good at
cast, right
movies,
as the show was
bro.
peaking with over 2 million viewers.
I feel like there were some people like They don't need to go to acting school. Like, of course, like they probably did. She probably did acting lessons to improve on certain things. There's just like they just enjoy being a character, enjoy being the one. Like they just have that acting autism.
Per
So
episode,
mature.
Nickelodeon executives evaluated what would be the next big step for Amanda Bynes' career. As she was turning 16, the network knew her grip on child audiences would be waning in the next year. Thus, they made the executive decision in 2002 to stop production on The Amanda Show altogether and repurpose the talent across various shows and movies.
Did anybody lose a football? Oh well, going once, going twice.
Hey, Amanda, I'll take it.
Amanda Bynes would be cast alongside the ultra-talented Frankie Muniz for the cult classic Dan Schneider masterpiece, Big Fat Liar.
Ooh, Big Fat Liar was such a good movie. I know it was a Dan Schneider piece. Damn. Growing up. Did you get it? You a fruit snack kid?
Talking complete physical and psycho-emotional breakdown, people. I want to see a broken man. I'm talking broken like, ooh, I just threw a baseball through your
Was
window
that
broken.
movie?
Snap him like a twig. Squeeze him like a bug. I want you to turn him into mincemeat. And I don't even know what mincemeat is. I want him
Get a
to
call
scream
back.
for his mommy. Wah, wah,
So
mommy,
you
mommy,
weren't
mommy.
in it.
You hear me, people? Do you read me? Because I don't think you read me.
I think they read you.
Episode address and they
Behind the
didn't.
scenes, Nickelodeon was dealing with the
They
monsters
overslept.
enabled
Yeah.
and some big fat liars of their own.
Give it,
In
your whole life could have been different right now if they didn't oversleep. The Big Fat Liar movie also because my parents sleep this last time. I couldn't go and do it. Damn. That's the production assistant. That's the closest. Did not want to wake up. I cried so hard.
Amanda Show dialogue coach Brian Peck was arrested for repeatedly a minor who would later be revealed to tragically be Drake Bell.
It was a different time, so I think it was a little easier to go to and from a courthouse and not worry about Twitter that night or TMZ paparazzis being there.
Was a little different back
On the day
then.
of sentencing for Brian, I get to the courthouse. It was the most unbelievable thing I'd ever seen. His entire side of the courtroom was full. Full. There were definitely some recognizable faces on that side of the room. And my
Actually
side
found
was,
it.
me, my mom, and my brother. Brian had been convicted, but getting all of this support from a lot of people in the industry, and yeah, I was pretty shocked.
Drake looks so much
I
different.
wasn't going to address Brian. There was no...
Some people change so much as they age and like look like a whole different human being, and some people just like look like older versions of younger versions of themselves. Does that make sense?
No reason to.
A pedo. The crazy thing is, not shitting on Drake when he's trauma dumping or anything, but he's a pedo too. He was also a convicted pedophile, so.
I
No,
addressed
for real.
my statement to everyone in the room. I looked at all of them, and I just said, "How dare you?" And I said, "You will forever have the memory of sitting in this courtroom and defending this person. And I will forever have the memory of the person you're defending violating me."
Damn, you think he said all
and doing
that?
unspeakable
The whole crowd of people.
acts and crimes. And that's what I'll remember.
I don't think he said all that.
This
I mean, I
case was
feel
swept under
bad.
the rug for years, and Drake would quietly move on to the biggest project of his career, Drake and Josh. While we surely don't know if Big Fat Liar was a tongue-in-cheek dig at Drake or Brian, why they were talking about liars at all and no one believing this kid, it was way too real for comfort. But we do know
Wait,
Drake
what? It was an indie window at Drake and Brian. What?
would be incentivized to stay quiet when they gave him his own show with his real name on it. In exchange for his silence, he was able to stay in the entertainment industry. Now, the reason I mention any of this is just
That's
to show
crazy,
how unsafe the set of the
mind-blowing.
Amanda Show truly was. Is there any proof Amanda Bynes was a No, but without a doubt, were lurking on her set. And she was not safe. As we all know at this point, Dan Schneider has been called out a ridiculous amount of times for not only his creepy casting processes at the pool or his scripting, but also by Jeanette McCurdy for the power play dynamics he pulls on preteens.
What the
Oftentimes,
fuck?
Amanda Bynes was alone with Dan Schneider, and she was consistently on his sets, but she was also one of his main stars. So while nothing ever publicly happened between them beyond cozying up to each other in a hot tub, I'm not ruling out something even more sinister happening in private. Anyway, Amanda Bynes' career from 2002, the year the Amanda Show ended, to 2010, is completely
The fuck,
squeaky clean.
what?
That year, she made her debut young adult role on the WB show What I Like About You.
This fall, Jenny, Amanda in a brand new WB comedy.
One kid.
That's right, Amanda Bynes in a comedy on the WB.
Close your eyes. Holy. I know. Blows your mind, doesn't it?
Amanda Bynes and Jenny Garth.
Damn.
Call me.
The new comedy, What I Like About You. Coming to Fridays.
This was one of the
I never even
first
heard of that.
Nickelodeon projects Dan Schneider headed, but because Amanda was his star, the network knew if they wanted a hit, they might need the both of them. Behind the scenes, Amanda's life was less than normal. Reports started surfacing that Amanda was, quote, moving in with Dan Schneider and his wife.
What the
being
fuck?
emancipated from her own parents.
Were your folks strict when you were growing up?
They actually were very strict.
Yeah.
In a good way, though. My parents never let me go to the mall alone or with friends. I had to go with my parents.
Or with friends? You couldn't even go with
I
friends?
couldn't even go with friends. I think it was because, you know, shady things happen in malls.
Right.
So I wasn't allowed to go. So I did have very strict parents. But as you can see, that's where I got my love of comedy from my funny dad. So
Right.
and my beautiful mom.
And
so
how long have they been married?
40 years. They just
Wow.
celebrated their
Damn.
40
Wow, 40 years.
Allegedly,
How about
Amanda was
you?
struggling behind the scenes.
Damn, what happened to her? Dan got locked up, right? No, he never got locked up. He never got charged with anything, just exposed.
In an interview about the documentary Quiet on Set, Dan Schneider revealed that Amanda, as a teen, called him once late at night when she was distressed, concerned for her own safety. He would arrange for someone to pick her up and ensure that she was safe, and she was later taken to the police. Now, Dan characterized it as him
Mall
looking
she
out
going?
for her
There
well-being
are some
and
sketchy
presence.
malls.
And while Lisa Lillian, Dan Schneider's wife, has cleared up that she always has lived with her parents,
She looks
it's tough to say what was
terrifying.
really happening in Amanda's private life. The only two people who really know that are Amanda and Dan. And since her star was on the rise, every secret was sealed shut. After What I Like About You and Big Fat Liar blew up into huge cult-followed projects, Amanda would embark on one of the most impressive movie runs of the early 2000s. Beginning with Big Fat Liar in 2002, nearly every year, Amanda would pop out in a critically acclaimed
Oh my god, I forgot that she was in Robots. That movie was so... She is the yellow robot?
She's What a Girl Wants, to voicing
Good.
robots, to Love Wrecked, and even She's the Man. After What I Like About You ended in 2006, a 19-year-old Amanda Bynes thought her career was only getting started when she landed the role in the iconic 2007 musical remake of Hairspray, playing Tracy's best friend Penny. Now, this was a major deal. Like Zac Efron, she brought a titular name to the project that actually got people excited. Her brand going as far back as The Amanda Show was branded around her, and her young audience felt like they knew her and had grown up with her. The same year, Amanda would play Sydney White in the
Damn.
self-titled movie Sydney White, and she even voiced the character on Family Guy, where she was rumored to have been dating the creator
That's right, it was so good, for real. Love the movie, love Hairspray movie too. They're both good movies.
of the show, Seth MacFarlane. Now, this relationship is rumored to have taken place 3 years before Amanda quit acting. And when researching this video, those 3 years really went under a microscope. I wanted to see what really happened with Amanda Bynes. Why would someone walk away from such a promising career? What terrible, scary nightmares did Amanda Bynes have to deal with between 2007 and 2010? And to be honest, she was almost completely out of the public eye, except for a few Kids' Choice Awards premieres and that rumored relationship with Seth MacFarlane. Though none of these rumors were ever substantiated. Multiple stars that were on Dan Schneider's shows have spoken positively and negatively about Seth MacFarlane. On the positive side, we have Liz Gillies, who's recorded an entire Christmas album with him. However, social activist and YouTuber Alexa
Dating
Nicholas
the
tweeted that
creator of
Seth
Family
MacFarlane,
Guy.
quote, hired her to
The Kids' Choice Award was lit.
over a job at Family Guy, implying that she was alone in his room with a bodyguard on the other side of the door. Now remember, Alexa Nicholas played played Nicole on Zoe 101, Dan Schneider's show with Jamie Lynn Spears. Like Amanda, Alexa also guest starred on Family Guy for only one episode.
Gosh, he doesn't look so good.
I know, but you do.
Hey, Tyler, you on your way to algebra?
Yeah, I'll see you there.
Alexa pointing out,
what the
quote,
fuck?
only one episodes for Nick and Disney stars. Creep. Hashtag Family Guy.
No way, she called him out.
2010 was a pivotal year for Amanda Bynes. Not only was it her last
Me
time
for
acting
real.
in movies, but it was also a glimpse into the facade she'd been crafting since she was that 10-year-old little girl at the Laugh Factory. For over a decade in the limelight, Amanda had been perfectly poised and brand friendly. But that would all change with Easy A, a crass Emma Stone comedy that took the world by storm in 2010. The film was Amanda's first movie back in a few years since Sydney White. And just as the movie was beginning its rollout, Amanda made the first shocking tweet of her career, stating, quote, "Being an actress isn't as fun as it may seem. If I don't love someone..."
Wait, really? Bro, I felt like she was in a ton of movies. This is showing me she's not really been in a lot of movies, which is like, I guess, a testament to how meaningful and real the movies we did see of her were and how impactful they were.
Something anymore, I stopped doing it. I don't love acting anymore, so I've stopped doing it. This sent shockwaves through all of Hollywood. Amanda Bynes, who is only 24, was completely walking away from the spotlight. This wasn't her comeback film after Sydney White. This was her last movie ever, and she was one of the stars. The press junket would continue on without Amanda, making the retirement statement she said seem really true. Emma Stone and Penn Badgley would sell the film to millions over the course of hundreds of press interviews. But Amanda Bynes was noticeably missing from the spotlight. This was the first warning sign of who she was becoming, and just how the dark secrets
Alexa's
from early in
so...
her
Who's
career
Alexa?
were lying on her perfect child star facade.
The girl from Zoe 101?
Out.
You haven't been to jail?
No.
No jail?
No, not yet.
Rehab?
No.
No rehab. Amanda Bynes, what kind of a starlet are you?
I know. What's wrong with me? I don't know. It's shocking how it's become popular to go to rehab.
Amanda Bynes allegedly set fire to this driveway in Thousand Oaks and now is being held on a 5150.
Can I just get a shot of you walking towards me?
I'm asking you not to.
Please let go of my camera. All right.
Amanda goes in and out of sanity and actively refers to two personalities, good Amanda and bad Amanda.
Oh, damn. Bro.